Welcome, guys, to what's today? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, man. Almost Friday. Holy shit.
Thirsty Thursday, as they
Oh
call it.
yeah.
Thirsty Thursday.
You want a tip? You want your weekend to last longer? Start drinking today, man.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to teach until about 4 o'clock tonight, so I'm gonna be I'll pass. And my
Oh,
son doesn't want to let me or my wife sleep, so we're surviving right now.
yeah, Daga DT, I think you're right. My computer crashed very badly yesterday over a show. TS1 says that he needs a new laptop. Alex out Crypto's thing, a camera after update. I don't know. I just see that there are those are the Chinese. So one
Bro, it
way.
won't green screen anymore. Like it won't go on my NVIDIA broadcast. I got to reinstall NVIDIA
Shoot.
broadcast or something.
Oh, hey, that. Yeah, I know. Every single time that I reinstall that shit, it always works differently for some reason. I don't know. It's
Yes.
man. Yeah. Um, One way, buddy. You sent me an article yesterday that I just saw today that is freaking amazing, and I think you got a point. He told me something. And He showed me an article that I was not aware about lithography, and he mentioned, this is bigger than it looks. Media is not giving it. It's not giving it the coverage. One way, would you be so kind to share it, my friend? I think it's important because Chinese or what was the university in China? I don't remember which one announced a new lithography being able to produce with quality and consistency. That means Taiwan. They don't longer need to invade Taiwan, right? So that means let me pull this up. Maybe I can show it to you guys. So thank you, One Way. Sharing the article that One Way shared right here, so you guys can follow up along. Here it is. Man, my computer is freakishly slow today, so I don't know
Mine
what
too,
the heck.
man. Trading View is so slow today. It's so everything is like we got
Yeah.
like a foot of snow though yesterday. So
Oh, nice. You know what could be? Solar wind and EMP stuff. Those things messes with clocks in the processors. But the thing is in here, lithography machine announced breakthrough. So this means, guys, a lithography machine, just in case you didn't know, Taiwan has it under secret, right? Under secret. I think it shares it with the U.S. But the point is, when you build a lithography or a chip manufacturer around the globe, doesn't matter where. First, it needs to be somewhere around where there are no earthquakes. Then also needs to be earthquake contingency plans, just because of vibration on near around earthquakes, right, and stuff like that. And once the freaking factory is done, you have something like a 60 or 70% chances that the damn thing works. It's not even guaranteed that can produce the chips that you build that thing for to be produced. It is not guaranteed. So man, that's why. I mean, if we say, yeah, why Taiwan does it and why don't we just build it? That is because nobody wanted to spend $1 billion freaking bucks, right, on a thing that you don't know if it's gonna work, right? If somebody else already have done it, spending the money and it worked, well then you just manufacture your chips there, and that is much cheaper than having a what was that a $1 billion, however $1 billion costs. I don't really have the here 300 total amount of imports. No, nothing like that. Just said $1 billion of a statue, right? Of a useless machinery. So of a making noise thing. So the point in here, they are able to manufacture new lithography at minimums that we have not seen before, and it is constant. This means that they don't longer need Taiwan to take on over Taiwan. They can reproduce it on home or at home. This also means that the USA has been falling behind not only Taiwan but also now China. it remains to be seen. You know, all the espionage stuff. You know, it's real. Let's just not use a tinfoil hat today. But this is important. We might be seeing as they build and produce lithography, we could be seeing a reallocation of capital, right? And I'm talking globally, worldwide, right? And this is important because the more money China has, well, money is it's kind of like a lubricant for many things, right? So let's just leave it like that. And I mean, I don't know. As long as China keeps suppressing their people, keep managing money as electronic money, where actually, and for a matter of a fact, they restrict how the population can spend their money. Like, for example, if they caught you speaking against the regime, your money then cannot buy meat. Your money cannot pay for your children's school. And your money cannot pay for the rent or the house or the even taxes for your current house. So what do you do if your money is not worth for anything? Well, then you need to move somewhere where your money is worth it. So when you can start paying money? Well, maybe not so developed areas of China, maybe in remote areas of China, maybe your money cannot even pay for internet, right? So as long as China keeps that kind of regime and pressure, I'm not supporting that kind of advancements on their hand, because if they have that kind of being so strict with their people, what do you think they're gonna do with foreign people that do not share the same culture, right? That they are used to freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever the heck they comes out of their balls, right? So it's not gonna be good. So it's not gonna be good. Again, I'm not talking about right now a flip of power or anything like that, but this is important, and we need to start looking at Nvidia, SMC, Intel, Supermicro computers, and well, yeah, that's SMC, right? And any other manufacturer of chips that in fact resides or is located also in Taiwan. Why? Because remember, they might no longer have an interest on Taiwan, or this is a deceiving practice. This is to get everybody worried, so they start showing their hands, just like active espionage, right? They start showing their hands, and once it goes public on the other way, they can. It is easier to infiltrate software, people, so on and so forth, to start leaching out that information that they might be missing. Remember that China's technology came from copycatting or copying previous or reverse engineering previous technology or technology all around the globe, right? It is important. Just wanted to show that up. And now let's go to freakish Bitcoin, man. We're making a little bit of a triangle here. Let me show you what I've done in the 15 minutes, also in the 4 hour. Remember, let's go to the 4 hours so we have a bigger picture here, or a cleaner picture. There we go. Remember, I bought here. Sorry, yeah, I bought here. I was expecting it to go, farther up. It did not flop on me. So I averaged down half of a position, having one position, then sold half of it right here, right? And what happened? I ride it all the way till here. Let's go to 15 minutes now, because when I start seeing this rounded, and let's just call it like this, right? When you start seeing this rounded pattern, right? Usually it indicates that this is a rounded top and we're gonna be visiting lower areas, right? Not for change of trend, but for a big retracement. And then what happens? Boom! We have a freakishly big candle. Look at that FOMO entry right here. FOMO entry. We caught the very top, in, out, cleanly, and then start retracing. So let's take a look at the position allocation. Remember that we're doing swing trading in this account between the 15 minutes and the 4 hour, depending how the market is moving. This is our public account. We started with $1,000, and This is the second active. Yeah, this is the second active week that we have been trading it so far. We have came back, my friends. There we go. We have 89. We started the week at 81. 1081, we went to 1078, back at 1087. You can see the last two trades. Look at how, from a losing position, if the trade reversed on you, right? And this is where Alex told me, man, stop buying tops. So, right? So even if you buy the top with good risk management, you can mitigate your loss. You can come back and turn around. And this is the last. Fuck Ethereum. Yeah. And and then turn around your trade, right, with good risk management, and get out on a profit making machine. There we go. First of the week. There we go. Yeah, it took us 4 days. Yes, but we already have covered basically the whole week of trading with one single position, and then just extra cents there. So remember, out of 1,000 with only 5x, I think this is good, right? I mean, yeah, 24 cents, man, come on, right? And man, I can tell because my personal account is much bigger. So trading on man, trading on $20, right? It's like freakish move, fucking move now, man. It's just slow and painful. But this is part of the grind, right? This is part of the grind. And despite we all wanted to push through and have a duplicate our account from one day to another, well, the easiest and most constant way to do it is managing your risk, managing your leverage, acting when you are supposed to be acting, and taking profits. And fuck Ethereum, losses when you need to take them. All right, take them like a man, take them like a woman. Right, you know that you're gonna get hit one or twice, but look at that, green, 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 and 1 month because fuck Ethereum once again, right? And fuck Ethereum twice, 3 times, and green, 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 green. So as you have seen, Ethereum has not been my asset, but we'll see. We'll figure that out. I mean, we came back at Ethereum of breaking even, and also we had a 14 gains on Ethereum. Oh, 34. So despite those 3 losses on Ethereum, we're still up on Ethereum. We're still up in Bitcoin. Let's go. All right. Now let me throw
Let's
it back to
go.
you, Alex. Yes, because you mentioned you are on.
I told you I
Online.
called the bottom on Ethereum. I said the bottom's in. I didn't say to go long. I said the bottom's in. So this would have been, I said the bottom's in. This would have been the bottom. We have not touched that bottom. So pretty good so far. Nice breakout, man. Nice breakout. So,
Nice, very good.
I mean, a little bit, I guess we were a little bit early yesterday, eh? So that's fine. A little bit early is better than late. Uh, but yeah, so that was yesterday. And then, yeah, FOMC, boom, off we went. And then today was a good day. I mean, again, OC, I'm struggling with holding my trades long. Uh, but that's okay. I mean, it's at least I'm making money. And that's the thing, right? So what happened this morning, and I guess you do have to zoom out here and take a look at where we're at and the thought pattern, because we got long this morning off of VWAP, and it's hard to justify a trade when you're overextended and there's tons of liquidity below you. Okay, so obviously yesterday was a very, very volatile day. Okay, so we had the choppy, the retest, and off we went. Lots of liquidity in the lows here, right? Ascending triangle. So we were looking at this as well. So if I go from here to here to here, there's your ascending triangle, right? Right there, and a breakout. So a nice break nonetheless. So breakout retest, continuation, right? Measured move. If you're one of these pattern bros, you could be looking for this thing to continue all the way up here, right? And it looks as though it's doing so. However, what goes up must come down, right? So we want to be level-headed here, and we have crossed, the 4-hour dynamic reactor, looking strong, and we have continued up here. Now, when we go over to the short-term time frame, and what we're expecting this morning is to me, I was expecting a little bit of a retracement, if I'm honest, right? So you got the breakout retest continuation that we just talked about. So for me, this right here is unsustainable price action. Okay. I always want to identify where price action looks like it should be recovered. Okay. However, we flagged out here and we got long right here. Now, what did we do? We mitigated this low, which is a trade I love to take. We actually did we retest this high? We retested the high as well. Okay, so retest continuation, and then if we go into the trading day, and we all got long this morning. Let's. I'm gonna zoom in to the 1 minute. Okay, uh, when I'm on the 1 minute, just be aware that we're trying to understand what happened in the trading morning leading up to the price action. So this morning, we have lower lows all the way through here, right? So what has happened is we understand price action. Okay, so we got bearish divergence at 12 o'clock at night last night with a mitigation, so a change of character suggesting we can come down. Okay, so because we've closed below this low in here, this suggests we can come down. So we can look for this, right? Now, obviously, over the AM, a little bit of choppiness, but we can still see we haven't really made a higher high. We haven't come back and taken this high at all. So there's been no sweep of the high. So we expect continuation coming into this morning. Now, I was able to take a short here and get out. Okay. So as soon as we broke structure here, I got short. I took profit at VWAP. You can see how long we stalled out here. Now, we swept and mitigated this low over here. Now, this is important because this is a trade that I take quite often. Okay. It's a sweep, either it's a sweep of the lows and a bounce and continuation, or a sweep of the highs and a bounce and continuation. Okay. It's a very, very easy trade, and it's very easy to practice good risk management on it. I love, if there's a bread and butter trade that I take a lot, it's this one. Okay. Because it's just, you have price action like this, right? And then you sweep that low and you bounce out. You mitigate this low here and you bounce out and then you continue. Okay. It's a very easy trade, especially when it's on VWAP. Okay. Now you can see VWAP's right here. So what happens this morning is we get that. Now the problem with me, and I shake my head at myself because I'm typically very patient. Okay. Very patient. So what happens this morning is that we sweep and mitigate this low. Whoop, right here. There it is. The sweep, reclaim a VWAP. So I get long here. Boop, right here. This is where I get long. So now, and stop loss below the low. Very easy to practice good risk management here. So what happens is I have to wait. And this for Alex O'Crypto right here, ask OC, this is eternity. This feels like eternity. Okay? So we're sitting here. Oh, Madonna, underwater. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, maybe we break even. Oh, no. Let's wait. Let's wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And this is like, I'm down like $300 here, $200 here. Okay. This is not, because I'm risking 500 on this trade to make 15. And then I'm like, you know what? I had a key level up in here. Okay. Let me pull it up. There it is. I'm like, okay, 1-to-1 trade. Guess what? We push out. And look, this is where I should have taken the trade. Okay. So for me, price action's always king. And it's always easy to see where you should have entered when you look back. Okay. This candle right here. You see the hammer candle right here? This candle sweeps down and then closes above VWAP. This is where I press buy. Not my French, fucking here, Alex. Sorry. I'm yelling at myself because I want to be better, right? Um, and look, easy stop loss and no drawdown. Just go, baby, right? Just this is how I like to trade. Now, guess what? Because I had to wait, the psychology of this trade, right? Because I had to wait here, I'm all the way out right here because I've been sitting through this and sitting. I'm waiting from 9 o'clock all the way till 9:35. Market open, volatility. I'm not confident in the trade by now, right? And like we have bull divs, we have um pushing up here, we have momentum to the upside on the oscillator. There's no reason for me to close this trade early, but I have because I've been sitting through the bullshit for this long, okay? Rather than waiting for market open and taking the trade on market open with confidence and obviously not getting out so early because I would have made a big chunk of money. So from making $125 versus, this would be about $1,300 if I had held this, right? Easy money. So it's a big difference for me in my trading day. Okay, and I have since I scalped from here to here, made another $200. I was looking at getting long in here. I'm waiting still. So now it's like I'm picking up the pieces of the and for me, I would have been one and done, right? So it's a bit frustrating for me right now. And it's been happening this whole week. Ask OC. It's just all week. It's been happening. I've gotten these entries. And I've closed them out. I got long here, like okay, I got stopped out twice here, good stops, but I got long here yesterday. I didn't have to close that till here, and I closed it right here, right? On the previous day here. Where's 9:30? Let's go back again. Tuesday. Tuesday was a very good day, but I closed early again, right? So I've been hitting like the entries, the ideas are on point. The confidence to hold the trade is not. So it's clearly something I have to work on, but it's like, yeah, I think I'm my own worst enemy, and I think that's a good lesson for everybody, right? Is that like, hey, trust the trading plan, trade the plan, not your emotions. Maybe OC has to tell me how to buy tops and make money because it's getting a little bit frustrating right now. But that's the
Oh
thought, right?
shit.
So that's the thought. And we have some key areas that we have tapped into right now. So we have a resistance level above us if we're zooming out here on the key areas that I am interested in. Right, so we're looking to mitigate this high. We can actually bring this up a little bit higher here. But we have just tapped into an order block into this high here. Okay, which is good. We do have a nice little buy level in here. This is mitigated now. So coming up into some resistance right now, but what is good is that we have, remember we were talking yesterday, is that we want to see us come back and reclaim the kind of the Donald Trump shit show over here, right? And guess what? We're there now, right? So we were right about that. OC is that we were looking for that bounce and reclaiming that range, and we wanted to see us hold $100,000. So we've held $100,000. We've pushed up into this range now. The only thing that stands in our way is not a hell of a lot, man. So this thing at any time could pop. Not saying it's gonna pop now. I would expect some sort of grab, right? And then go. But Bitcoin has done funnier things. When it wants to go, it goes. And there's a lot of bullish news coming out recently about, US buying and all this stuff. And if we just look at when Bitcoin goes, what happens when Bitcoin goes? It says, sayonara, see you later, don't want to be ciao for now, arrivederci. Okay? So no FOMO. Don't buy the top. But Bitcoin's looking juicy right now.
I
Nice move
know.
out here. And you know what's good is Bitcoin. Do you know what Bitcoin's pumping on?
What's pumping on? Retail?
It's pumping because there's no bad news. See, we didn't get good news yesterday, but we
Yes,
didn't get
that's
bad
correct.
news, right? So it's like, okay, I can do my thing now, right?
Oh
It's pretty
man, you
cool.
gotta love Bitcoin,
And
man.
that's bullish. That's bullish because wait till we get the good fucking news, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. I mean,
Exciting.
it is. I'm tempted to buy now, but again, I
Yeah.
mean, I need to control myself and stop buying tops, guys. Because man, look at that beautiful FOMO entry, FOMO exit. Man, that was beautiful. But now, beautiful triangle, right? Beautiful triangle.
Yeah.
And look at that, man. We're breaking. We're breaking. So my trigger finger is like it's just shaking, buddy.
So itchy.
Yes, it
Go play
is.
Halo.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, I've been playing. Shit. What's the name of it? It's not Portal. It's kind of like a if Halo and Portal had a kid. So it's a shooter game, very nice, and also you have portals in it. So it's freaking amazing. Um, Let me know if you know what game I'm talking about. So let me share here right now, very quick. Litecoin. Litecoin has been also a freakishly, I mean, moving freakishly fast, right? In fact, I went over this altcoins in here from Ethereum all the way to I think it was OM because OM also moved. There we go. Yep, it moved. So it took me out, right? And then boom, blow it up. So yeah, and I was telling you guys that anything that had this pattern, I'm not gonna be trading it until I see the flip of the ribbon breaking, or the ribbon breaking through the zero line right there. All right, and also an increase of my prime score. This thing blue, but this is because somebody is trying to do an ETF on Litecoin. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea, but really, I'm excited for it. I'm a Litecoin fan, man. But really, I mean, ETF on Litecoin, or I can see it in Bitcoin. I can see it on Ethereum. I could even see it, man. I could even see it on Solana or ADA, like that. But Litecoin. So I don't know, man. Some weird thing is going on. I mean, this is a layer one. This is a hard fork of Bitcoin, so we know Bitcoin works. This thing works, but it's just so old. It doesn't have much to grow around unless we do layer over layer over layer, right? But at that point, I don't know. I don't think it's ready for it, but we'll see. Hopefully, it gets approved. Then my Litecoin is gonna blow. But yeah, I mean, moving on. Solana. Solana had the same or have the exact same pattern that I said I'm not going to be touching. Unless what? Unless we break above the zero line. Have we? Of course we have, right? And unless our prime score is higher. Do we have it? Of course we have it. In fact, my entry is almost freaking gone, man. Oh, this was in 15 minutes looking for that two candle bounce to the downside. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. This is my alert. This is not my entry. But this was my alert. It was very, very, very close to it. We'll see. Maybe I have a chance. If my alert gets hit, which at this point I don't think so. If my alert gets hit, I'm gonna be jumping in here on the retracement. Why? Look at that VPVR. The money flow POC right here, this red line, right? And it's also on a what? On a smart money area. Important. Look at the percentage we have there. That is 100%. 100% of what? Of importance of its own zone. So this zone, it's as important as it could ever be. That's it. So, man, this is not to ignore, right? So this is not to be ignored. Do I think that we're going up? Yes, I think so. But we still need to wait for that retracement. Again, I'm not here gambling. I need to wait for my plan. Despite I desperately want to jump in, well, we need to understand the
Don't do
volatility right
it.
now. Yeah. I mean,
Short.
despite short, are you seriously? I'm looking for longing it. And look at my stop loss. Man, you're making a short circuit right up in my brain. Oh man, we have higher highs, higher lows. Come on, above prime score. Everything is freaking bullish. I mean, we are breaking through the trend line. If we close below the trend line, I'm out. That's it. I'm out. So we'll see what else I have. Costco, man, Costco breakthrough. I'm looking at a multi-candle reversal bull flag, then jumping in Costco 4 hours. And yesterday I opened up an order on gold. By the way, my fiance is the one that is in charge of Nvidia, gold, anything that is not crypto. So I need to take a look at what if we got in on gold, and if we have, today is going to be my exit. We are on previous all-time highs. So at least 50% out of gold will be a good idea. Just taking some profits, and then if we still have some fuel, we'll let the fuel roll. So that's what I got today, Alex. Trying to long the market. I don't know. You're telling me that I should not, that I should be shorting it, but what do you see? What do you see there? What do you see there, my friend?
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so I think Bitcoin's looking very toppy right now. And I don't mean to FUD or make anybody scared, but should be careful here. Should be careful here. Euphoric kind of feelings, right? Uh, so looking here, what do we have here? Okay, so I always try to teach people how do you see divergences without using an oscillator. So price needs to move fast and slow. Always speed, okay? We're always talking speed. So nice and slow, followed by fast, okay? What does this do to an oscillator? This creates a big wave and a little wave, okay? So you'll get a bearish divergence. What do we have here? We have slow and fast, okay? Fast, fast, okay? Fast, slow, ha, ha. Okay, so you always need to be able to see this stuff. There's your divergence, right? So guess what? People are desperate for this thing to go up. Look at how emotional everybody has been the last couple weeks, okay? So for me, understand that we could do this very easily before going up is something we must be prepared for, okay? Must. So when we're looking at Solana, Ethereum, OC is absolutely right. And time frames is everything, okay? So I love that OC is seeing this beautiful breakout, okay? Breakout, retest, continuation trade. Oh my God, so sexy, right? Beautiful. Where's our oscillator? Pretty high, right? Go to a short-term time frame. Have we got a retest? Yeah, pretty good. Are we looking for a continuation? Probably. Uh, but cautious, right? Because what do we have down in here? What is this in here? This is liquidity, right? This is people getting long and thinking up only. For this to return back and then go is, in my opinion, more likely. So that's the only concern that I have with Solana right now. Liquidity is right there. Okay, can this go? Absolutely. Should we be patient right now? Kind of let Bitcoin lead the way. What do we have in here? I have to go to a 30-minute probably. But this looks like a bearish divergence. There it is. Okay. Bear div in there. So are we overextended? A little bit, in my opinion. Okay. So we can use our order blocks, things like that on a shorter term time frame to kind of see, hey, look, we can come in here. We could come in here. Still bullish. Still very bullish. Just cautious right now. Cautious. We don't want to buy the tops all the time, right? I would prefer to get in here or here or here than here and sit through all this, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Ethereum, same thing. Beautiful, beautiful push up here. Coming up to major resistance, though. Major, right? Look at this big ass trend line, man. Doesn't get as bigger than this, man. Okay. So can this pop off from here? My trading view is so slow right now. It's acting weird lately. But
Yeah, it
you got a little
is.
bit of work to do here, right? So and overextended. I mean, I gave some amazing trades on Banter yesterday. My God, all those things played up. You remember Pith? I did TA on Pith.
Yeah.
Look at that
Holy shit!
retest.
Look at that. Nice, beautiful entry. Holy shit.
right? That was sexy, man. I don't know how I came up with that, but that was a good one. Yeah, I was so tired, and look at that, man. These banter guys should be paying me double. I got to talk to Alex. I'm kidding. But yeah, overextension, right? So, what do we look for when we're overextended, right? Very impulsive move up. So, we look for a little correction down, one, two, three down, and then continuation, right? Retest to previous highs, key support levels, using, maybe a predictive ranges, equilibrium of the range. Okay, very easy. Uh, peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, looking to get up into this. Okay, holding 3200 is ideal. Flipping it as support would be great, right? Getting into here, right, and going up is probably what I would be looking for. If we're looking at our BTC pairs, go over to Ethereum. Got a bullish divergence. First crack at this trend line. Look at this trend line, OC. You'll like it. It's the first time we've hit it. Okay. So trying to get out. Trying to get out, man. Bottoming structure in here, double bottom. This is why I was calling the bottom on ETH, is because of the double bottom in here. Finally, hopefully, mitigation of the low. Same kind of trade that I showed you guys this morning. Mitigation of the low and a bounce, right? ETH, it's got to go, man. It's got to go. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. I think if we see a pushback in here, we're pretty much in the clear. So, watching things like this, looking for signs of strength. Also, we look over to what? Dominance. Okay, dominance. Oh my God, hit 60% again, bro. Crazy, crazy. So, we want to see this bullish momentum really, really just go away. But Bitcoin's gonna have a heyday. One thing I saw the other day that I wanted to bring to your attention, maybe OC can, maybe OC will like this too. OC, I think he's a nerd, so he loves this shit. Um, so you got your peak here, your rollover, your consolidation. If you look at the last cycle, we had a swing failure pattern, then the altcoin season. Okay, so look at this one. Roll over a little bit of hopium. Now we're all like, oh my God, altcoins are going to zero, right? Look at the last one. Let's go over. Could this be this part? And then whee, right? So are we going to get one more push, right? One more push. And this was January, right? Right before alt season. If we go over to our Bitcoin chart, that's when Bitcoin started to top out. So if we go over to our weekly time frame, we go over to Bitcoin, we go over to January, okay, and we started to come up into here, and we had one more push, and then we topped out. That was altcoin season. Altcoin season started right here, okay, and then the rest is history, right? So are we gonna get that? The one more push, then altcoin season. Hopefully, I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. Bitcoin dominance, so looking as though it could possibly have that one push of Bitcoin and then down we go. Okay, so we'll see what goes on. Let's take a look. I think someone wanted Sui. Sui, beautiful bounce, okay? Beautiful bounce off 350. Psychological level, right? 350. Every market maker's looking to buy at 350. So same thing, and I'm sure OC will have some more TA on this for you, but same thing for ETH. Overextended to the upside, I'd look for retest back in and continuation. Okay? Because when we look at Bitcoin, looks a little toppy to me. Just a little bit. But who knows? Maybe OC's triangle will play out to the upside. You never know. That's why we love trading, and that's why you manage your risk.
That's correct. That's why you manage your risk over everything else. That's how you manage your risk. Let me I do agree with what you're saying. In fact, it's a great thing, a perspective here. Let me also just throw something in here. I do you remember that you mentioned about everybody's euphoric, right? Everybody's desperate to for Bitcoin to run, right? I completely agree that on that, and I think that if we do a trade, I don't think it's gonna go to the moon, right? I think we're gonna have a next retracement, maybe a higher high to then move fast to the downside. And this is a part of what I'm seeing. We are, I don't know. Let me ask you a question. Do we agree that we are on a bull market still?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Also, the alumni, let me know, guys, if you also agree or not. Usually, throughout the last bull cycle, I was looking carefully fearing greed, and I noticed that the usual kind of like a median to keep going up with retracements was the 70 or the 60 greed. So at this point, look at last week. We have 75. And last week we did have a little bit of a retracement. So when we started hitting 75, 80 extreme greed, that's when I immediately gonna be pulling out or not gonna be taking the trade. So at this point, I might be. So that's what I'm tempted to take in the breakout, right, on this area here, or even as we come back to these areas right here, which will not be exactly. It's gonna be. I mean, it's going to be a flat bottom here, maybe even here for a continuation. And well, that's at 3 minutes. Then we need to go to 15 minutes. Oh well, still the same area, still the same area. Could be going for the last run up and then retracing. That last run up, I think could be either getting at the same top here to make a double top or a higher top and then a big retracement. I am expecting to this area to play it again, especially because look at that goose head on the 15 minutes. Let's go to the 4 hours, and we're creating the same goose head, but a little bit weirder, right? So this means for me that we could be having another movement like that. You see, like this one, and we'll see what happens there. From here, the little triangle, one last run up, and boom, retracement, right? This big wick. Although at the point of closing that area, as Alex mentioned, hammer, re-entry, no retracement until the top. So I do still think that we could be playing this out, this pattern. I remember that I'm looking at the 4 hours. Alex is looking at 15 minutes and lower. So our perspective, despite I think they differ in the midterm, I think at the end of it all, we both are looking at the possible same scenario. Still, we'll see. Remember that doesn't matter what your analysis is, right? Doesn't matter if it changes, variates a little bit. We all have good analysis, bad analysis, or even a good analysis that didn't play it out, right? Why? Because just maybe Gary Gensler, I decided to do some weird shit there, right? But other than that, trade it by the candle, right? What I mean with that, it is let's see what the market structure is. And if I have a retracement and bounce, I'm going to be longing it here to there, TP1, TP2. Even if it retraces on me, TP1 and move my stop to entry, my management will save my ass, right? Like it did before in here. We trade this live. I told you guys as we had the retracement, I guarantee you, right? Where was it? It was right here. I guarantee you guys that we're going to be closing this trade in gains. And what we did, we closed it in gains. That is because we know our plan, right? So regardless what is your plan, if it's just a simple stop loss, don't worry. Follow your plan, trust the process, and also remember, always have a threshold of limit. That threshold of limit can be a stop loss or it can be like me in this last trade, half a position, and then stop loss, right? So you can reallocate and stretch your money as the market moves. So I think we have reached the top of the hour. We do have another class up coming in a couple of hours. So in 3 hours, all right? So guys, we'll be very, very happy if you can join us on Banter. I don't know why. Alex give its best signals there. So he's gatekeeping it from us, man. He's gatekeeping it from us. So I invite you all guys to join us in what 3 hours on the banter, the chart hackers Discord. And also, if you are not following this beautiful guy next to me, you should on his Discord and on his live YouTube channel. So, other than that, guys, I think we are off for today. Alex, want to say the goodbye?
Yeah, it's been a good one. I mean, for now, it's trading is waiting, right? That is the name of the game. Now it looks a little bit bullish, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's like getting bought up, man.
Yes,
Oh
it is.
man. And you know what it is? It doesn't matter what it looks like. Do you have a plan? Do you have a setup? Are you gonna take it? Can you manage your risk, right? Don't matter what it
Yeah.
looks like. There's no trade until you have that. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow or at Banter. Take care.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.